Today we're going to be talking about the moment, and can you be in the moment all the time when you're acting? When it comes to the moment, people are always talking about you got to be in the moment, or I have to do more work to be in the moment. And the way I want us to start this conversation is by saying that you are in the moment, right? And I'm going to let that sit a little bit. You are in the moment right now. And why can I say that for sure? Because you're nowhere else but in the moment. That's where you are. Right here, right now. In reality, you are in the moment. I know that it doesn't necessarily feel that way all the time when you're acting, and we'll look at why that is happening. But in reality, you are in the moment. You're not anywhere else. When you're taping an audition, when you're auditioning, when you're on a set, that's where you are, right? Yet if it doesn't feel that way, and if you're not actually really in the moment, where are you, right? Because you don't feel that incredible sensation of being in the moment, of being really there, of really feeling everything, of really being interested in your character. So where are you when we know that in reality you're really there, right? So the place that you're in is in your ego. You're thinking, am I doing this right? Am I looking good? Are they liking me? Am I better than the others? Is this right? Is this wrong? Could I be better? Could I do it differently? You're not really embodied in your instrument. You're in your ego looking at yourself. And that's what we mean when we say you're not in the moment. And yet I want to underline it 3 times or 300 times. You are in the moment, because that's the key for you to actually enjoy and experience the moment, is to realize that you are in the moment every single time. You are there. I am here right now. I am in this moment. I'm not in my kitchen. I'm not with my husband. I'm not with my kids. I'm here right now. I'm talking to you. I am in the moment. And the reason why I'm insisting about this over and over and over again is because I want you to hear the key to getting there, is that you have nothing to learn. There's nothing for you to get. There's nothing that anyone can teach you about being in your moment, because you already are in your moment, right? So yet what's happening, because you do know that the moment feels like doing drugs without doing any drugs, right? It feels like you're completely high, you're completely present, you're completely invested in your character. You're not caring at all about what people are thinking. You're not trying to people please. You're not trying to avoid mistakes. You're just so alive, so instinctive, so free, so authentic, so committed to your character's needs that you're not paying attention to your ego's needs. You're not trying to look good. You're not trying to be right. You're not trying to avoid mistakes. You're not trying to be smart. You're not trying to people please. You're not trying to get validation or love from the casting director or from the director or from the other people that you're playing with. That's what the moment feels like. When you're really in the moment, it's like, yes, it's like ecstasy without any drugs. It's like growing wings. It's like you don't even know what you're saying because you're living the moment. Like right now, I have no idea what I'm going to say because I'm actually here. I'm not planning every word and how it's going to come out. I don't know. I'm being here with you. I'm watching the comments. I'm seeing and perceiving everything that I'm saying. And because I'm in that moment, inevitably it brings me to the next one and the next one and the next one, just like children do, right? When they're acting the entire day long with their Play-Doh or as professional actors, they're not looking at you to see if they did it right. Never, ever. You can look at any child on a playground or in their playroom. They're not looking at you for approval. They're not getting out of their moment and giving it up, and giving this moment up and giving you the moment to say, hey, am I doing this right with my Play-Doh? Am I being a good hairdresser, or am I being a better hairdresser than my friend? No, they have no concept of that, because they're actually present in the moment and alive, and Second key, they haven't been conditioned yet. They haven't been conditioned to what? By parents, by education, by the culture, to get outside of their moment, to actually not be interested in what they're doing, but to start to cultivate trying to be interesting. So let me repeat that. Children and actors who are completely free are interested in the moment. They're not trying to be interesting in that moment. And once you get conditioned, educated, and parented in the traditional way, which is, don't cry, no, you're not hurt, you're gonna be okay, and don't yell at me, and do this because I'm telling you, and you get to decide when you're older, and do your homework, and sit down, and shut up, and listen, and do what you're told, because, you listen, that's what you do when you're little. You don't have a right to your own sensations, to your own thinking, to your own behavior, to your own emotions. You're conditioned from the first moment on outside of your moment. You have been requested since you were little to leave your moment, to stop being interested by your bloody Play-Doh and do what you're told. Stop trying to not want to eat. Eat, because I'm telling you, it's time to eat, and I want you to eat that. Stop talking to your little friend in the classroom, because I want you to learn math. I'm not interested in what you want. I'm interested in you becoming interesting for others. That's our conditioning. So inevitably, when you turn to acting, and the art of acting is being so fully and truly alive, meaning in the moment, because there's nothing else to do. If you're alive, you're in the moment. Meaning, if you're not in the moment, you're not really being fully alive. You're not really living your life. You're living other people's lives, right? Which is our culture, our conditioning, forcing you into that. They want you to fit, they want you to behave, they want you to be like others, and also maybe be better than others. But it has nothing to do with actually really being present here in the moment and living it. It has to do with, let's develop your ego to make sure you can get ahead of everybody else and also fit. But it has nothing to do with you. You are in the moment because there's nowhere else you can be. And you've muscled a capacity to make sure you're not in reality. You're not in your reality right now. You're not in the moment. You're entering other people's realities, which is not true for you. If it's not true for you, it's not there. It's not real. So the conclusion is you are always present and in the moment. And there is nothing you can learn about that, nothing you can do about that, nothing you can get, and nothing anyone can teach you about that. You are in the moment all the time. The only thing you can do about that is undo your conditioning. Undo your conditioning so you can go back to that childlike space inside of you, that's pure human space inside of you, who is truly alive, really, really embodied in their moment, right? Because again, you've been nurtured, cultivated, wired, indoctrinated, I want to say, to be outside of your moment, to make sure that everybody is happy in their moment. And if you didn't do that, you had to pay the consequences. You were punished, you were shamed, you had consequences. If you want to be in the moment, make sure you don't continue going in the conditioning route. Make sure you don't continue giving your power to the outside authorities that are going to tell you what to do and how to behave and what method to apply and what technique. No. Rewind. Don't eat more information from other people about how you can be present in your moment, because you already and always were. It's undoing all of that conditioning that brings you back to that pure, free, fully alive space. Nothing else. There's no method or technique out there that is going to teach you about how you can be present in your moment. You are. You've just been muscled out of it. So you need to undo that muscle, right? So you can land again in your body, in yourself, and enjoy that, right? Isn't it incredible when you're in the moment? And you're not supposed to be in the moment a couple times in your career or a couple times per project. No. Reality is you're always in the moment, but you've been trained out of it. right? So you're in the moment and then your ego takes you somewhere else. Your body's there, but you're not there, right? So let's make sure you can undo that, really undo that, and start being interested in your moment rather than trying to make your moment interesting to others. Let's make sure that you're interested in your moment rather than trying to be interesting in that moment for others who are watching you, okay? If this is resonating with you, if this is interesting, get on our wait list, send us a DM so that we can help you out and give you some more information. All right, have a great day. Bye.